stations. And then Breakfast Club came through, and that Ray J interview came through, and he was tight, and he was talking about, yo.
I'm gonna get some gay niggas. They gonna rape that nigga.
Hold up, I ain't say that. Wait, what was that she said? He said we got 5 Lambos outside right now. The number of Lambos kept changing. Everything is not really much else to
You're good
cover.
to go.
Bing bong, be back in this bitch. You feel me? Another episode of the Hold It Down podcast coming to you live, pre-recorded but live. You feel me? I'll be your host, Quan, aka the Wonton Don. You feel me? Aka undershirt, make 'em hurt, but I don't twerk. You feel me? Here are my co-hosts.
What up, y'all? It's your man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath, back at it again here from the kitchen. Welcome to another episode of the Hold It Down podcast, where it's like hip hop and battle rap culture as a whole. What thank y'all for tuning in. It's always nice when y'all pull up on the show because lately y'all been doing a good job.
You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe while you're at it. You know what I'm saying?
Do those things.
They didn't think that y'all was gonna subscribe to us, but God did. You feel me? Listen, DJ Khaled gives so much material.
Oh yeah,
forever, and
yeah.
I will always appreciate him for that.
Yeah, definitely.
He's almost like a walking meme. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just because he ain't as popping as he used to be that people don't do it as much. Because it was very fun when he was like on top.
Oh yeah.
But I guess Tyler the Creator gets a Grammy over him one time, and all of a sudden now niggas want to act like he's washed or he ain't still DJ Khaled. Like, I haven't listened to the album yet, but I'm pretty sure it's still gonna be amazing.
People talking about that Jay-Z verse on this album, saying it's like one of the best verses of the year.
I'm gonna be really, really honest. I'm pretty sure it's a great verse, but niggas gotta stop with the dick ride. All right, niggas really gotta stop. All right, you know what the problem is? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna love it, but I expect that from him. It's one of the greatest rappers of our generation. He's reaching a plateau in maturity level that niggas don't even get to reach. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to talk about different shit. He's going to talk about ownership. He's going to talk about shit that you young niggas are either too dumb to talk about or too scared to talk about because you can't be yourselves. You got to be tough all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting it to be a great verse every time he raps. Just like if it was an Andre 3K verse, I'm expecting it to be a great verse. That's what he does. He delivers great verses. Now, some people have changed my opinion, like a Jay Electronica. I used to expect that. Now, it remains to be seen. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just called Just Blaze. That's all I say. But I'm pretty sure it's a great verse. It's a great verse. And you know what it is? I feel like when Jay-Z raps, he inspires the rappers. Mm-hmm. So I do appreciate that. Because even like I haven't heard none of the remixes, but I'm looking right now. It said apparently My Son did a God did freestyle. I know Fabio Foreign did a God did freestyle, which is funny because he literally said he was going to take a break. And then he popped out with one last video and then all of a sudden had to go back in because God did. You feel me? So it is what it is. I know you don't really look at Fabio to be like a rapper, so it may sound confusing to you, but with the thing of Fabio actually trying, like since I will give him credit, even though I wasn't the biggest fan of the album, after that last bid, he said he ain't playing no more games with the drill shit, and the verses have been really, really good ever since. Like, he's tried. Other times you could tell he's freestyling, drunk in the studio. These times he's like really like putting together some verses, even if it's still on some hype shit. He's trying, and you can feel it.
It's possible to get better as a rapper. It happens all the time. Yeah. So niggas do it every day.
And plus, since I guess Kanye like executive produced the album, one thing Fabio had said that like one of the times Kanye said you remind me of somebody. He was like meditating on that thought, and then they were having a dinner one time, and randomly in front of everybody, he was like, "I got it, Jay-Z," and nigga like Fabio was just like, "What?" Now, as somebody, I ain't gonna act like I personally know Fabio or Jay-Z, but I can only just go off interviews that I've seen. I don't really see any similarities at all, other than them just being Brooklyn niggas that rap. But hey, you like it, I love it, and maybe inspire Fabio to go even harder on the last album. And I'm pretty sure that album, even though it wasn't my favorite thing, I'm pretty sure that it convinced some people because it was great production. You know what I'm saying? Did some numbers, probably looked great for the city, all that good stuff. It was more than just the same beat over and over. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah.
So yeah, I had things I want to talk about.
I was about to say, I was wondering how I got there. I definitely
irrelevant
lost
now. So first I'm gonna say we apologize for not dropping an episode last week, but we have a lot of stuff going on in the house, so we had to skip last week, but we got stuff to talk about this week. Also, we want to go ahead and do this now. We want to have say unfortunately Pat Stay passed away.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Pat Stay. We can talk about it last week, but yeah, he was stabbed in Nova Scotia, Canada, is where he's from.
Yes.
All of hip hop and the battle rap world had been mourning him like the past week.
Yeah.
So
shit crazy. And we have to send a rest in peace, unfortunately, to P&B Rock, who was shot at a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in L.A. I'm not even gonna lie, son. Like, I'm not a celebrity at all, but just the random shit that's going on in L.A. makes me really not want to go, just because all the niggas dying in L.A. ain't even L.A. related. Like, it just seems random. It just seems like niggas just want to kill you. Like, it would make sense if like niggas robbed, like niggas ain't even trying to rob no more. They're just trying to kill, and I don't get it. I don't get it because it's like is freedom not enough for y'all niggas? Like, do y'all niggas just want to go to jail? Like, is this the new gang initiation shit? I don't know what explains it. Like, P&B Rock is a nigga from Philly. Philly niggas don't even gangbang. It's a known thing. Like, there's one like. Bro, niggas have had rumors that Meek Mill was a Crip, and I'm waiting for that to be disputed or whatever, because that's just weird. Like, Gilly to tell you niggas, Philly niggas don't bang colors. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they do. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's respected. It's a way of life in LA, but it's just like, so it just, what would somebody in LA have to have going on with P&B Rock that they would have to shoot him, like kill him, like? It's weird. Niggas ain't even dying in their own city no more. I mean, niggas still dying in their cities, but it's like now they're dying in other places too. So you can really get it anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, King Von died in Atlanta. He's from Chicago. P&B's from Philly. He died in LA. You know what I'm saying? Pop Smoke's from Brooklyn, New York. He died in LA. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just crazy. It's just like, I remember when niggas was really disputing that shit that Jim Jones said. Jim Jones said like that being a rapper is the most dangerous job, and I'm really inclined to believe it, because it's like,
I think just being a celebrity is dangerous in general. I don't know about rappers specifically, because celebrities, because you're a public figure, people always want to know what's going on with you being your business, and rappers are public figures. So I don't know why rappers seem to die more than other celebrities, but celebrities in general, like, they always have people trying to stalk them or break into their houses and stuff, especially the women.
I feel like being a celebrity is I feel like being a rapper is more dangerous for your own well-being, whereas being a celebrity, they just look at you as somebody with some status or some money, so they'll come for your money. Your house will get broken into, but you can replace all that shit. But for some reason, with rappers, people just want the clout of like hurting you. Like, nobody like, and I don't want to use Will Smith because he's the shit occurring with him. It makes it different, but like nobody's running up on Jaden Smith. Like, nobody was like, yo, when I caught Jaden Smith lacking. Like, nobody's trying to do that to what's Denzel Washington's son's name? Like, nobody's trying to beat up Idris Elba. You know what I'm saying? Like, now if they find out where his crib is, that nigga been doing buku movies. The crib gotta have something. We flocking that nigga shit. But nobody's trying to be like, yo, let's catch him lacking at a Kroger and beat his ass or shoot him. Like, it's just something about rappers. Niggas just want rappers to die. And I don't know what the problem. And it makes it even weird because P&B Rock been chilling. Yo, even the niggas that be chilling are getting it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, this is unrelated sort of, but like I watched the Joe Budden and Adam 22 interview, I guess. And them niggas was all them niggas trying to gang up on Adam 22, talking about he's perpetuating and pushing violence and shit, which I disagree. I feel like Adam 22 was a little more responsible with some of the people he interviews. Like, of course, he's gonna ask certain questions because if it's around your aura that you're known for dissing ops, it's a hot topic. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna ask you questions, but like he doesn't press it. He doesn't try to get niggas to snitch. Vlad stays on topics. Vlad will ask you all questions around that. He'll respect if you are smart enough to dodge it, but he'll ask everything around that just because he has to. Adam 22 will probably ask 1 or 2 times, and then we'll move on to something else. As soon as you're like, nah, he's like, all right, well, I ain't trying to have a boring interview. So that's the songs you did it like. And most of the time, he don't even, unless that's really part of your shit, he don't really like stick to it. So for them to be trying to gang up on this nigga like he's really trying to perpetuate shit is a little weird to me. Also, plus, niggas was like, your interviews was gonna help, was helping these kids die. First of all, that's false. If I am GD and the most popular rappers is GDK, before we knew what a new jumper was, it was real like that between us. So me going to an interview and just talking about the shit that's already going on is not going to make them niggas want to kill me more than they already did. Literally, I think Julio Fulio said that shit. Who's the nigga that was aimed at when with the Who I Smoke song.
I know who Julio Fulio is.
Okay, and I ain't gonna lie
because he made his response
legendary.
When I see you,
well, legendary and so disrespectful. And went to niggas' grave sites and shot the video there.
I know.
Legendary disrespect. But literally, he was like, "Yo, I think he had an interview with Academics. Academics was like, yo, you don't think that shit is too far?" Like, he's like, "Bruh, me, first of all, I'm not mad at them niggas because, yo, that shit had me pissed off, but it was a hard song. Them niggas went crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I had to do something crazy right back because them niggas pissed me off. But me doing that shit is not going to make them niggas want to kill me more than they already want to. It's all, like, niggas have died behind shit. So you don't think me saying, like, even the Bronx shit, everybody loves to be smoking on somebody, but it's like, you are a part of a gang that probably killed my best friend, killed my cousin, killed my brother. It was up with y'all niggas before that. It's just reminders. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like shit is forgotten. It's like once blood is spilled, it's like you almost can't forgive that shit. So Joe Budden and them niggas was bugging for that shit. Nigga, almost three hours of just trying to berate this nigga. And Adam was just not going for none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They had no point. There's maybe one point they had with the bashing and shit. But it other than that, even in the comments, them niggas was so like, they just knew. It's like, yeah, when you see the comments, you know what I'm saying, everybody's gonna realize how stupid you are. Every one of them comments is like, yeah, them niggas thought that this was gonna go another way, and Adam 22 stood his ground. And they all, like I said, there has to be a record for the most false gotchas ever in an interview. That shit was funny. You know what I'm saying? But like, bro, it's like shit. Like, I'm just tired of niggas dying, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired of rappers dying because this is new for me. Niggas die every day, but it's like, and we always had rappers dying, but it was an event every time. It was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like when Biggie and Tupac died, like that was like, yo, that shook the game. That shook everything. Now niggas just dying. It's a Monday, my nigga. It's the day after 9/11. It's just, by the way, PNB Rock is dead. Nigga, what? That shit crazy, bro. Like that shit crazy. I don't even. It's to the point, bro. I don't even know what to say no more. You know what I'm saying? So, rest in peace to PNB Rock. Condolences to his family, his friends, fans. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, but besides playing the part in fighting Lil B, that nigga never hurt nobody. Like he never. Not in the street. I'm not saying he wasn't no punk in the street. I don't know his street thing. To my knowledge, he was a real one. But like once he got on, like he wasn't for none of that drama or bullshit. The most he got was he almost got into a riff with Rod Wave for calling him emotional.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Which was funny because P&B Rock also is one of them niggas where it's like he's a rapper technically, but niggas call him an R&B nigga because all his songs are always towards a girl, emotional type shit. Like, you know, he's the new era where he's a street nigga, but what's that nigga song got? I'm selfish. Like shit like that. So I don't even know him to have any street records. Now, I could be wrong.
I don't know his songs, to be honest with you. I know he's one of the people, he's been out for a while, and I don't think I know the one P&B Rock song. I just know his name because I know he's been around for a minute.
You know, Every Day We Lit. I think he was on that.
That's his song? I thought that was a Lucci song.
I think it's featuring him though.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's featuring him. Cause I think that's him on the hook. But yeah, like with P&B Rock, I was never like the biggest fan, but I ain't gonna lie, like his last 2 albums, I took the time to listen, and there was some pretty decent works. You know what I'm saying?
To me, he one of them people where everybody else like him. I just didn't listen to him. Kind of like A Boogie with the hoodie. Never listened to that man. I know a lot of other people like him.
I love A Boogie. Shout out to A Boogie.
I have nothing against these people. I just didn't listen to him.
I feel like A Boogie, you probably don't like him because he masters being like pop appeal, but like not commercial, but like being melodic, but also still very New York somehow. And a lot of niggas don't do that. A lot of niggas be dick riding the South. We gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all niggas was trying to figure shit out and trying to make New York shit wasn't working. So y'all niggas took some trips to Atlanta, tried to get some features, and you damn near was trying to like a down south nigga. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, A Boogie still sounds like a New York nigga while still being melodic and being appealing and whatnot. So I know you don't really care for New York niggas. It's just a taste thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Could probably still feel that cold in this shit. I ain't gonna lie. When it was cold, when I first moved out here and I was going through heartbreak and hoodie season had just dropped, I was playing that shit back to back, and it just felt like the season I was in. Like I was at work in the cold, damn near snowing, in hoodies, and it just fit where I was. You know what I'm saying? Like it just fit. So that thing you said about New York music always sounding cold. Like I always remember that, and sometimes I feel it in certain music. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, rest in peace to P&B Rock. I'm really hoping that we can stop the RIPs. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? We don't want no more niggas to die, whether we like you or not. You know what I'm saying? There's really only like one nigga at this point that like when his RIP comes, I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay, cool. What's for dinner? And I feel like you probably know who it is.
Yeah.
Other than that, anybody else we don't like or talk about, we don't want y'all to die. Like we want everybody to be cool. Especially when niggas get older, they get money. Nigga, P&B Rock was 30. Like he was just like the 30s. The 30s is fire, my nigga. Like the 30s is like your 20s, but now you're just a little more responsible. So like you can still be lit, but it's like, oh shit, these things that matter in life, like I got a better grip of it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. What's the next topic?
All right, so you said that you had something nice to talk about with T Grizzly.
Yeah, man. T Grizzly is marrying the mother of his child. I'm very happy to see that. It almost made me sad too, because I remembered that him and P&B Rock were actually like actual friends. Like I seen them do a vlog where they were just like paintballing. It was something like, yeah, we I think it was like right before the pandemic. It was like we do this like once every week. Just go paintballing, you know what I'm saying? Just for some fun shit. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
But yeah, he has tied the knot with the mother of his child. I'm not gonna say her name because
it's not really our business.
Yeah, the name is there, but y'all niggas don't even know. She's taken now. You know what I mean? So don't do that dirty shit. All right, T Grizzly beat your ass. All right, or if you try to get on Grand Theft Auto, it's green light on your head, nigga. You know, yo, imagine that. Imagine T Grizzly like he can't hurt niggas physically because niggas be police. You know what I'm saying? I wish y'all would stop snitching, let the police do their job. You feel me? We're the G7. But imagine like if it's a nigga that like try to talk shit or try to holler at his woman, but he played Grand Theft Auto. So every time that nigga log on, that nigga got a target on his head immediately.
He would just kick him out the server.
I feel like it would be
his own server. He just wouldn't let that nigga in the server.
I feel like it would just be more fun to just torture a nigga.
That nigga, he would just stop logging on then.
Yeah, make him get out. Don't force him out. Make him get out on his own.
Nah, you putting too much energy into that.
I mean, hey, that nigga's also making $200,000 a month playing video games. I feel like that's some shit he could put his energy into. It's like, oh, I got a target. Especially since I think T Grizzly be like a kingpin in his world. So it's like,
but that also,
let me order a hit on this nigga.
all that does is really amplify the voice of a nigga you didn't want to have a voice no way. You just bringing more attention to your op. That's stupid. True. Just cancel that nigga and get it over with.
Yeah, because what if somehow that nigga ends up like getting some power? And now he's
that's what I'm saying.
Now
like,
he's an actual op.
Then that nigga just gonna start getting clout on the internet and shit to other people. Like just silence that shit.
Yeah. Well, see, this is why y'all don't fuck with smart niggas, because smart niggas would just be like, let me just X out all that shit. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore you entirely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't have no voice, but yeah. But yeah, he's marrying his first the mother of his first child, you know what I'm saying? They look beautiful together. You know what I'm saying? T Grizzly rocks the shit out of a suit. You feel me?
That's nice.
I'm happy to see that, bro. I'm really happy to see that shit. This is a podcast that supports any and all things Grizzly.
Yeah, we really
feel
do.
Me? Shout out to G7. You know what I'm saying? Shit. What Mari Red? I be sending that nigga hella beats. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get a placement on one of these releases. I mean, with these two artists that he got coming out soon.
Mm.
You know what I mean? We support any new Grizzly projects. We want free Baby Grizzly.
Yeah.
Shit, all that. You know what I mean? So I'm just happy. I'm happy to see that, you know, because it just seems like anytime it's just rappers getting robbed, beat up, talking shit, or dying.
Yeah, we're just happy that's some good news.
Yeah, it's nice to have a nigga tying the knot, realizing these hoes is hoes out here.
Speaking of these hoes being hoes, my boy Ray J went live on IG and he broke down some real hoe business.
Shout out to Raycons.
Shout out to Ray J.
We ain't sponsored, but you know, it was cool headphones.
Ray J, as everyone knows, is a legend. Okay.
Thanks to Vince Staples.
All right, sure.
Vince Staples helped convince me.
Oh,
because I didn't know. I thought he was not a joke, but like I thought he was almost going Bow Wow status. Like Bow Wow was like when you respect him for what he did, but like now you almost can't take him too serious.
Mm-hmm.
But like I realized like when he broke it down, I was like, nah, Ray J is actually like there's something there. You know what I'm saying? Ray J is the GOAT.
Ray J owns too many things to really sit down and clown that man. Like at the end of the day, Ray J's involved in too many successful businesses and ventures to really try to shit on him. Now,
he's like one of them. I'm sorry to interrupt you. He's one of them niggas that like almost even like when he's the joke, the butt of the joke, you almost wonder is like, was this strategically?
It's usually he did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like 99% of the time he did it on purpose. Or if he didn't do it on purpose, he'll flip it to where you can't even make fun of him for it no more. Because he'll just own it.
Because he'll wear the shit.
Yeah, he don't care.
Like how he did with the fucking hat. Like I don't even understand how that shit happened, but that shit was hilarious.
The hat, like bro, Ray J don't be caring. Like, and Ray J, like, it's so many stories where somehow, some way, Ray J was involved in orchestrating something that you didn't know he was involved in.
Yeah, so, bro. He's like the head ice of the real world.
Yeah.
He just be there.
So he was there in this story he's telling. So I know you said that you didn't know why people was talking about his IG rant. I know everything that happened in his IG rant because look, I don't keep up with celebrity gossip. I really don't.
And I was surprised you want to talk about
Ray J's involved. I got to tune in. Ray J is one of the most entertaining people on the planet. So here's what happened. Ray J went live on IG, and he decided to talk about how the Kardashians are like evil, and how what's the Kardashian mom name? I forgot her name.
Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner was behind everything when him and Kim was together. He said Kris was the one that told them through the sex tape. He had evidence to prove that they actually made 3 of them, signed contracts, and that Kris approved the best one, and that was the one that got leaked. And that there was contracts for all of this. And like Kim's name is on it, his name is on it. There's contracts, there's other tapes that didn't even get released. Like, and the issue is apparently he started talking about this because Kanye was reaching out to him like, yo, I'm trying to get the stuff off. I heard you got some tapes and some contracts. Apparently Kim had sent Kanye after him. And he was like, nah, me and Kanye talked it out. I let Kanye know, like, bro, it's not even like that. He's like, bro, that shit is in the past. If anything came out about it by now, you know, I ain't even on that shit, bro. I got kids and shit. Like, I don't care about none of that stuff no more. So he said Kim was sending Kanye at him because Kanye didn't know the full story, that Kris was behind all of it. And that was really what his whole rant was about. He was going live. He had all kinds of receipts. He had a whole presentation Like here's the contract. This is Kim's handwriting right here, talking about the different tapes that we shot in different locations. He's like there's pictures of us walking. Like, you remember they was wearing all white in the video.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen the video. Not like you ain't seen the video. Like, there's pictures of them walking into the place to shoot the video wearing the all white outfits that was wearing the tape. Like he's like no. Chris watched the tapes and approved the one that she felt was going to be the best one in the long run for Kim's career.
Which is wild to know that she by choice watched multiple sex tapes
involving her daughter.
Yes.
Yes. Ray J was dropping crazy gems.
And that shows just how calculated he is, because that's a good, what? It's been a good 15, 20 years.
Yeah. Almost 20, but yeah.
Like he sat back with all this, just be like, not now. Snooty bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Not now. Princess. Love and hip hop. Not now. Little Kim. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
not now. Raycons.
He kept his receipts for all of this. All these receipts, and he's like, just been minding his business, trying to stay in his lane. But I guess niggas was coming for him. He's like, nah, I'm really gonna expose this shit, bro. I'm tired of the games. Like, niggas need to understand how evil Kris Jenner is. And like, he was really trying to hop on Kanye's bandwagon. Really trying to help prove Kanye's point of why he don't want his kids around them. But then at this point, it's like, Kanye, you knew all these things already, so it's too late to really try to spin the story now. But Ray J, an uninvolved third party at this point.
I'm about to say that's what makes Kanye's like rants kind of have some validity now, because Kanye rants all the time to the point that he could be telling the truth and nobody cares, because he just, like, even when he was talking about the Breakfast Club was talking about his shit, like him complaining about Kris Jenner and complaining about Adidas and shit, and all niggas could do was make jokes, because it's like you know what's going on, here, and yet you still chose to get not only a white woman, but the white woman of all white women. You know what I'm saying? The Kardashians.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
You did all this to yourself.
Like, there hasn't been a lineup of niggas, literally niggas, that every single time one of them gets with a Kardashian, they always fall off afterwards.
Something
you know what I'm saying?
It's like, you did all this to yourself.
So nobody can feel bad for him. Because you know what literally Charlie was like? He was like, you know what? Marrying a white woman, that sounds like a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't take you serious. But now with Ray J having receipts and everything, now niggas might hear what you're saying a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it really makes the Kardashians look even crazier, but which everybody with a brain already knew they was crazy. But
for sure, the only thing that sucks though is like they're already too powerful of a entity for it to do any real damage.
Yeah,
and anybody that really is their fan base to care, because Ray J has all the black folks, but the black folks always been weary of Kardashian.
But there's too many black folks who oddly praise them, which nobody understands. But and then like Ray J was even days after all these information came out, you ain't seen nothing about it, and none of the tabloids of the Kardashians like basically own like TMZ and shit. TMZ ain't said nothing about this because the Kardashians they are TMZ. You know, like none of the outlets that have to kiss the Kardashians' ass have talked about it. But everybody been like following the facts and the breadcrumbs. It's like, nah, bro, he got them.
I'll tell you what, that makes sense.
And he talked about how they was getting the fake lie detector test, all that shit. He was like, bro, everything they do is fake. And he had all the evidence.
And that's still one. You know what?
Praise up for Ray J, y'all. Everybody keep an eye on Ray J. If something bad happened to Ray J, you know who did.
Yeah, Ray J, please be careful. Be careful. You'll keep them bloods around you, something, bro. Because that Kardashian ain't no small,
nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like these, and that makes it worse. This ain't the Beehive. This ain't the
Barbs.
The Barbs. This ain't freaking the Rihanna Hive. These ain't just internet people. Like, this is the Kardashians. They got billions of dollars. You know what niggas used to say when like niggas like Tony Ayo would get interviews and they'd be like, yeah, so y'all still beefing with Fat Joe and Jadakiss? Nigga Tony Ayo would be so comfortable. He'd be like, see, niggas don't understand. 50 got ninja money. You know what I'm saying? If he really had a problem with you, you could just be coming down the street. You walk by a tree, a nigga's gonna pop down, spin around one time, your head is off your shoulders, he's gonna go back in the tree. That's the kind of money 50 has. We're not worried about these niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's what Kim Kardashian's got. They got billions. Multiple.
They definitely have the type of money to get you quietly put away.
Yes. So it's like, yo, please, Ray J, be cool. But the only thing we're gonna bank on is the fact that they're so powerful right now that like it's gonna get us talking about them, but it's not really gonna do no real damage at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we're really banking on, because they're gonna be probably annoyed, but it's gonna fuck around and be an episode of their show.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Ray J, it was just so funny the way he had all these facts, but it was still being presented in the funniest way because it's Ray J.
is naturally fun. Ray J is one of the most naturally like funny niggas. He don't be trying to be. I really feel like he don't be trying to be funny. He just is.
Yes,
he just is, bro.
When he was mid rant. He said, yeah, by the way, if y'all want to get some headphones over to raycons.com, 15% off your first order. Ray J, stay on point. You're talking about the Kardashians.
Because he can't let the business go. He always. He can't stop, won't stop.
He can't stop promoting himself. He's so good.
Because he know the clip gonna go viral. He knows.
He knows.
And I bet you he sold some units off of that. I guarantee
he did. It was just so funny, bro, because
that's affiliate marketing for your ass, right? It was
funny because he like I said, he dead ass did have a presentation like on a projector, and he had his homie. He was scrolling through the text of him and Kanye, and he kept going off on his homie as he was presenting. Because he showed how big the font was on his phone. The biggest font. He's like, yo, I'm blind as hell, y'all. This is really how the font be on my phone when I look at it. All right, scroll up. I'm gonna read the messages. Here, Kanye said this. He's like, all right, now scroll down. Wait, scroll back up again. I'm gonna read this. And then his homie wasn't moving at the same pace as him. He's like, bro, you fucked up the presentation, bro. Like, it's too many people in here for us not to have this together. I'm sorry, y'all. This is a terrible presentation. My homie, he not used to doing this shit. He kept making fun of the presentation. Like, bro, it was just so entertaining.
You know what makes it worse? I feel like that's also the genius of Ray J, because he knows you can't be too smart, because then they're going to take you too serious. You know what I'm saying? It's for those who know to know. Because if he's too smart, then that's when you get assassinated. Because like, oh, he's really a threat. But when you can just do some smart shit or pop out and be smart, but then do it in a dumb way, you know what I'm saying? Niggas will be like, oh, write him off. He's just a joke. You know what I mean? So that might be part of the genius too.
So funny.
You know what I mean?
Ray J's so funny. But yeah, he was
a smart nigga can play dumb. A dumb nigga can't play smart.
They cannot. But yeah, Ray J had all kinds of facts, and it's wild out here. It was wild.
For sure.
So that was the Ray J story. I encourage you all to at least watch a couple clips of Ray J's rant, because it's very entertaining.
One of y'all niggas better have a whole video on this shit. All right, I've watched countless videos of y'all niggas just knowing random, real intricate fucking stories on niggas that dissing each other's ops in Bronx and shit.
Niggas open. Do be having all of the facts about gangs that they're not in,
bruh.
And I'm like, bro, how do you know these people's names and who they killed and the people they killed names? How do you know all this?
You leave it to this. You believe that, like, you, bro. If the internet niggas know this much, you almost be like, man, not thank God King Von died, but shit, if he was still alive, he was facing a Rico case, because niggas be like, yeah, he got 7 bodies, and that's all we know about.
Yes,
but they'll name the people, when it happened, what gun it was.
And I'd be like, bro, if y'all know all this, how are they not in jail? Yeah, like, that's all I was confused. How are these people out if y'all be having all these facts in your videos?
But that's what's crazy though. Is like, it makes me.
The police really do be knowing half the time.
More
than half the time. Police be knowing. They just
trying to build shit. Because even with freaking a nigga that I'm really digging right now is Finesse 2 Times. One thing he talked about that one interview he has is like the police. He's like, the police knew everything. Mm-hmm. He was like, bro, like we done had almost 9 shootouts at these concerts, and his Jay Prince Jr. was trying to be like, yo, chill. He's like, no, the police know. They showed it in the or even niggas trying to be like, yo, you gotta make sure you stay in your bag, still be you. He's like, I am still me, but I'm trying to tell you, like, all the times I went live, they had 47 clips. Like, I'm not trying to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to advertise it no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the police be knowing. They really be knowing. You know what I'm saying? And
rappers ain't did nothing but make their jobs easier.
They do make the jobs easier. You know what I'm saying? But like the shit you be thinking you got away with, sometimes they be knowing. They just waiting to catch you with some shit that you can't deny, and now they can press the other shit on you. So they don't. You think you're gonna go down for one crime? Nah, they're gonna put like 9 other shits that you did allegedly on top of that shit just to put you away for one thing. You know what I'm saying? So Again, we're gonna tell y'all be careful out there, man. Y'all be careful for real.
So yeah, that's all the really important stuff that's going on with hip hop. Nicki Minaj, she been doxing people, and then it was trending on Twitter. The headline was "It's giving crack," because people were saying that like she'd been up for like 3 days straight, like doxing people on the internet and having extending her barbs at people because apparently she in this thing with Megan Thee Stallion. So niggas is like, bro, only crackheads be up for 3 days straight getting information to dox people.
And I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like Nicki Minaj. I feel her because like I put it this way. I really stood by one time when she was still climbing and stuff, and she would be saying like she's very on top of her shit. And see that the problem is people call me a bitch when I do that. But if I was a man doing this shit, they would call me a boss. They would say I'm on top of my shit. But because I'm a woman, I want to be on top of my shit and I'm thorough about my shit. They call me a bitch. I respect her for saying that shit because I feel like that there's truth to that. But I feel like she's also very like just angry, and it just become it be tarnishing her legacy. Honestly, like I be because of all the antics. This is the problem with y'all. Y'all be having too much antics. It don't be enough music. I was thinking about that today. We was talking about Designer. I was like, this nigga really went around acting like he didn't know English because he was just trying to didn't have interviews. Niggas had to tell him to calm down in interviews. Like, he from Brooklyn. There's no way niggas let him do that shit outside. He would have got beat up every day. Niggas get beat up for less. You know what I'm saying? So like, that was obviously a gimmick and shit. But like, she just has to stop with the gimmicks, the antics, the yelling at people, the just waking up and starting beef with people. She got to chill on that because I don't even know what the music is no more. And shit, the last shit you heard from her, you were like, this song is terrible.
Oh, it was bad.
You know what I'm saying?
It was bad.
And I know some people that are still barbs, so they still ride for her. But the funny thing with the barbs, though, is I remember Charlamagne said, it was like, so y'all niggas can always go and other people, and y'all are an army to shit on other people. It seems like when she drops projects or drops singles, y'all don't go to the stores, y'all don't download them, y'all don't listen to them because they don't chart. So it's like, what's the point of having this army if the shit that you supposed to have, the shit that you supposed to really base all your shit on top of, it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? So she really got chill because I don't know what beef she could have with Megan Thee Stallion, but that's so random to me. That's so random to me, bro. Like, does she still even have beef with Cardi B? I don't know. Cardi B's been too busy making hits. She don't even got to release another album. Her last album came out 2018.
And it did crazy numbers.
Crazy numbers. And guess what? She decided she almost was on her 3K shit. She'll drop like 2 songs a year. And shit, if one flops, I bet you the other one goes quadruple platinum. And we talk about it. And it moves culture. And then everybody talks about it and shit. And I'm like, Nicki Minaj hasn't had that for a minute.
No, especially because Cardi's in 2 markets. She's in the black market and she's in the Latino market.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she's definitely in the Latino market. So she could even pull a 6ix9ine in the situation and drop a whole Spanish album. Which I don't know if she's fluent in Spanish, to be honest with you.
I think she could be because I think technically English is her second language. That's why her English is horrible.
I thought it's because she was just like talking like that, to be honest with you.
Nah, her English is just really bad because it really was her second language.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she could drop a whole Spanish album and it'll probably do crazy numbers because being a Spanish artist, look at niggas like Bad Bunny and
especially
J Balvin.
She's big enough and she got the budget.
Yep.
She'll get every single nigga.
Yep.
One of these joints gonna go.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
One of these joints. She will literally be the female DJ Khaled for Latina. Yeah. And it'll probably be a monumental album. All kinds of platinums.
Easily.
You know what I'm saying? We be sitting here and having Selena Gomez and Taylor Swift just flying by with all kind of ill numbers, nigga. That shit will go crazy for years.
Mm-hmm.
Dykeman will never be the same, bro.
She would be like Selena, but the rap version.
Facts. For years too, because they niggas still ain't forgot to this day.
Still ain't forgot about Selena.
Bro. To this day, nigga, before J-Lo had her own career, niggas really thought that was Selena at one time.
Real nigga shit.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to Selena, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to J-Lo while we at it. Fuck it.
Yeah, she happy. Her and who she get married to? Ben Affleck. Yeah, they out there living their best life.
I know she got back with him, but I didn't know she married him again.
Screech saying they got married. I mean, I seen like 3 headlines. I think 2 of them said they got married.
I just want J-Lo to be happy because I remember one time she was almost a joke for how many times she had been married or engaged and broken off. And it's almost weird.
Did you? Oh wait,
it was like 4 times.
Was you on social media that day? She tried to start her own challenge, but it didn't catch on.
No. Oh. What challenge did she come up with? Because she loves J-Lo, but when you get to see her 1-on-1, she kind of corny sometimes.
She tried to start the Love Don't Cost a Thing challenge, and it did not catch on. So I remember the video vividly. This nigga was on the beach wearing a jacket, and she was walking, and then she just took her jacket off in like a spin move. You know, like you can spin, take your jacket off. She did one of those and was like just throwing the jacket, and she took off like a bracelet or something, and I guess and then she posed in front of the camera while Love Don't Cost a Thing was playing, and I guess that was the whole challenge. And all they did was get her clowned because nobody was doing that shit. Jayla like, bitch, what's the challenge?
I'm about to say, there's no challenge. Like,
girl, what we doing?
She could have even said, "You bitches can't spell Prague." Like there was no point to this thing.
That shit did not catch on. Like the only thing worse than niggas making a challenge about you that you didn't want is you trying to start your own challenge and not catching on. Like she really tried to make fetch happen.
That shit is out. She out of touch, man.
She old. It happens when you get old.
Yeah, she out of touch.
It happens to everybody. One day I'm gonna be old, and I'm not gonna care. I mean, I don't care now, even though I'm not old. But imagine when I do get old.
That shit felt like Tevin Campbell and the brat come out of the closet. Pointless. So pointless. The streets knew, my nigga.
Everybody knew.
Everybody knew, buddy. It was funny as hell because I literally learned this year that he officially came out.
Yeah, he did. He officially came out recently. It's the type of thing. The only part that makes me laugh is when niggas who everybody know is gay, when they come out and they be like, "It's just fucking weight being lifted off my shoulders."
They really be saying that shit.
Nigga, we knew you was gay.
I ain't gonna. I'm still waiting for Queen Latifah to officially come out because I don't know if it's been official yet. We done seen all kind of pictures. We already know. Everybody know. But it's like I'm waiting for her to officially just so I can be like,
we already knew you was gay.
Really, Queen? Come on, son. You know what I'm saying? And we
not you. You too. Like you think we're gonna be shocked? Like, not for real. Nah, bro. Nobody finna react like that.
That wasn't auntie. Damn, that wasn't your sister?
No, bro.
Like, oh, man.
I don't know why they be doing
y'all this. Did hug for a little bit of a long time. I had no idea.
We already knew these things.
Dang, y'all used to kiss on the cheek a little more often than most people would. You know what? Dang, I had no idea. Yeah, fuck right. And now we got Eminem going #1 on freaking Christian charts and shit. The world is all jacked up. The world is all jacked up, bro. And apparently it's official. What makes
when you say it's official,
it's official because it's a DJ Khaled song with Kanye West.
Okay,
I think it was on the DJ Khaled album. Use This Gospel remix. The debuts at #1 on this week's Hot Christian Songs chart. DJ and Khaled earned their first #1 hit. So, which is weird to me because I mean, like I said, I haven't listened to the God Did album.
I haven't listened to it yet either.
And now it makes me wonder, is there going to be like a bit of a gospel influence since, titles God Did?
One of the songs is featuring Allah. And I'm not exaggerating. They said featuring Allah on the track list.
You know what? I can't be mad at that because
Kanye had a song featuring God.
So. Yeah, basically. So, can't. And what made it even weird, it was a song, wasn't it the song I Am a God featuring God?
Doug? Don't get me
started. All right. But yeah, I can't be mad at that. So, listen, hey, praise God. And so I feel like all you can just say is praise God. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Eminem. You know what I mean? Niggas can say what they want about Eminem, but the numbers keep numbering. That's always one thing that's going to happen is you could say his shit is corny. You could say he's out of touch. You could say he's not. You could even say he don't belong in hip hop, which I've seen some people say that. And that's just weird to me. It was always older folks too. It was always people that was in their 50s like, yeah, he's a white dude, so he can't be #1 hip hop. That sounds very reverse racist. And I'm like, I don't need you to be saying that shit because You be the ones that the niggas that make no sense cling on to have a little bit of validity, you know what I'm saying, with your dumb antics when we're trying to tell them about themselves and whatnot. They'll be like, well, you think that just because he's white, he can't be number one in hip hop. Some shit like that, man. When Eminem is one of the highest selling, no, I think he is the highest selling hip hop artist of all time. Let that man have that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I still love those first two. The Marshall Mathers LP and Slim Shady LP and the Eminem Show, great albums. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what niggas like Shaq say. Just because if a nigga ain't selling a fucking brick and running from the police in the damn album, Shaq don't fuck with it. And I hope he sees this episode too. I fucked with you, Shaq, but your musical opinion when it comes to non-gangster shit, I have a problem with. You know what I'm saying? But we also fuck with it like the gangster shit. We fuck with ESTG and shit.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so apparently Eminem got his first number one on the Christian charts. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody can change. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I remember the days where they used to really accuse Eminem of a lot of gay bashing because he used to use the F word so freely. And I'm glad those days is over. I'm glad at least Eminem was somebody smart enough to read the room and not still do that shit. I ain't gonna lie. There's one rapper right now that's in Brooklyn drill scene and he still uses the F word. And I'm like, he's never gonna make it because I just don't know why he still chooses to use that word. He need to chill because you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna actually catch an accidental hit and then he's gonna fuck around and try to diss one of his ops and call them the F word. And then all of a sudden it's gonna be you use the F slur and he's gonna be like, I wasn't even talking. I was talking about the ops, like.
But then niggas gonna have so many other songs to choose from. Like, who's talking about on this song?
There's gonna be a fucking compilation of you saying the F word in rap songs and dissing niggas in IG lives, and then you gonna look like fucking not Seth Rogen. You gonna look like Joe Rogan and shit, and then you gonna go right back down to the pits of Brooklyn and shit. Like, read the room, bro. Listen to Nav. All right. I had no problem with Nav saying the N-word, and maybe that's something on me. But
I've never listened to not one Nav song a day of my life.
His first album, he said the N-word, and apparently some people had a problem with it, and he was smart enough to be like, you know what? This is not the fight that I need to fight. Y'all got it. Never saying it again. And he's been prospering ever since.
Gotcha.
Stop giving him something to worry about, and stop being wrong and strong. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas got mad at Lizzo for changing the what was it? The spaz shit on her shit.
Yeah, Beyonce had to change that too.
Yeah. And it's like, you know what, people is like, well, we're not offended by it, and she actually used the word correctly in the dictionary. It means this, but is it worth offending some folks over? Probably not. I don't feel that strongly about using the word spaz. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if it was a political song, if I was saying Black Lives Matter and stop killing us, and someone had something to say, then maybe I'd be like, no, I stand on what I say, but just using the word spaz, all right, take it out.
Mm-hmm.
And why you had to take out Khaleesi's sample since you want to talk crazy too. You know, that was funny as shit to me. That was funny as hell to me. She's like, all right, no sample credit for you, no soup for you. You feel me?
Khaleesi probably wasn't getting paid off that sample, no way. Let's be honest.
She probably didn't, but at least it would have got your name hot because you was being talked about, which is better than what was going on before, which was nothing.
I think she liked the nothing though. I don't know.
She probably did. It just felt weird. As like it felt like she came after. I just feel like you sign contracts, and I feel like just know what it is. So when these things happen, like, stop being surprised. Like,
niggas don't read contracts. That's the problem. Niggas don't read contracts.
That's why it don't make no sense because
I still read terms and conditions on everything. I don't keep it 100 with you. Like when you sign up for a service and they send you, I read them shits. That's
a different level of respect. I ain't gonna lie.
I really read them shits. Unless it's something I know won't matter, like a video game. Maybe like for some reason video games have terms and conditions now. Like, yeah, they do. Nigga, I'm not reading these because the only thing it's gonna say is if you ask me to take a post down, I'll take it down. But like, I know you don't care if I post your video game. If I use clips of your game, I know it's not gonna be anything like that. Yeah, and if something like that, I'm not reading it. Anyway. Yeah. But if it's something like that, I'm not reading it. But if it's something like I'm signing up for a service or like something, I read them shits every single time.
Let me just fuck around and be like, yeah, so we got the right to put your card on file and
that's what I'm saying. Like, I read all of that. You know I need to know what y'all are gonna try to do to me if I disobey your rules.
Yeah.
But to what extent can you push this?
I guess it is what it is, though, because, I mean, shit. A nigga like me who's not putting my business out there, but I got debt up the ass, and I'm still about to scramble some money side to side, you know what I'm saying? If I'm about to sign, I'm thinking about signing a deal soon with, a party that I won't mention yet, and I'm already getting my lawyers to the forefront because I don't want to fuck around and sign something which ain't even the big deal. I'm trying to sign the possible situation to have network to get the big deal. If that's how, if God did, you feel me? But I want to make sure that I don't sign away some shit and then I feel like making a stallion once my shit starts popping and I'm like, 1,500 trying to come through and be like, hey, remember us? And I'm like, no, I'm popping now. Why are you get so much of this shit? So, and I want the freedom to work with whoever I want to work with because, there's some niggas that looked out for me when I was nobody and paid for my beats, which is great. Love all the artists that pay for beats. Because y'all niggas that don't pay for beats get on my goddamn nerves. Y'all niggas be wanting the most shit. Y'all niggas don't pay for shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, enough of my personal shit. Because they ain't believe I was going to sign a deal. But God did.
But yeah, that's going to do it for Hip Hop Shenanigans this week.
We had hella topics for no reason. Listen, I decided to give y'all a little extra just because normally we don't have shit to talk about. So we either fly through shit or just maybe stick to one thing, but I figured, this time we'll give you a little something.
That, and Ray J gave me too much material. I had to talk about
Ray J. Shout out to Ray J. Ray J is the GOAT.
I had to talk about
I might watch that Vince Staples interview again just to hear him talk about Ray J again. Because there's one of the times I feel like he was, like, it's funny, but he was dead ass. And, like I was like, nah, he got some points. Like, even I remember, I'm one of the few people that listened to Ray J's first album. That Wait a Minute song was fire to me. But when he was like, he's one of the first people to actually claim a real blood hood on record, and I was like, yo, nah, he dead ass. Like he really, like shit I didn't even think about.
Ray J got goons too. He got regular goons and
booty goons. Booty
goons.
Knows, so. Fabulous was nearly a victim, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? If it was anybody lesser, it might have been the victim. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know Fab is a real one out here. You feel me? Niggas don't play with that nigga Fab. You know what I'm saying?
Don't play with Fab or Ray J.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga almost got the booty goons sicked on him, bro. You know what I mean? Shit crazy, man.
That clip is always funny, bro.
Yeah, that's why.
We called it the Breakfast Club, and like I know, like it's an older clip now. It's like in modern day, he'd be like, "Yeah, bro, I was wild, and I should have did that."
Bro, but at the time,
bro.
Oh, that's why he's always welcome to the Breakfast Club because they openly acknowledge like, yo, that clip blew us up.
Yes,
that's the clip that blew us up. Like we've been on top since then. Because they'll tell you, like, we were struggling. We was up against a powerhouse of freaking High 97. I remember when they were still a new station.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And one thing they had was they would play new shit, but they would also play old shit. That's why I was in New York when Power 105 first came out, and that was one thing that was good about them. But they didn't really have no sustainable stations. And then Breakfast Club came through, and that Ray J interview came through, and he was tight, and he was talking about, yo.
I'm gonna get some gay niggas. That's gonna rape that nigga.
Hold up, I ain't say that. Wait, what was that shit he said? He said we got 5 Lambos outside right now. The number of Lambos kept changing every time.
If y'all have never seen the clip of Ray J calling into the Breakfast Club about the Booty Goose,
you got it. It's a classic.
It's a mandatory viewing.
It is a classic, bro.
It's bro, because it's ridiculous, but he's so serious.
He's so dead ass serious. He was not.
He was not. It sounds like a joke. Like he wasn't joking.
I'm just so glad that the beef between him and Fabulous got squashed. Somebody's butt could have got hurt, bro. Never mind if niggas is gonna be out here slurping and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas booty could have got hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, yo, listen, booty is more important than the Breakfast Club interview. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get to this battle. I'm gonna get some water real quick.
All right, that's enough talking about Ray J for one episode, y'all. If I keep talking about Ray J, I'm gonna just keep bringing up other things. So. this week's battle is a 2-on-2. The battle was like a month ago. It's Jazz and Lou Castro versus Jade and Steams. Team Cake Life versus I forget what I think they called him Lou Jazzstro. Battle was very entertaining. This is a smaller league battle. This was the day before the New Orleans card, like literally the day before that card. They even mentioned it in the battle. But yeah, this is a 2-on-2. Jazz and Lou had never seen one team before. Jade and Steams. Jade, he's battled Jazz a number of times at this point. Steams, I know he's been around for a while. I'm really not familiar with him. So I mean, this was a cool first time watching him battle. So I ain't got nothing bad to say about the nigga. But that's really it as far as background. Y'all know who Lou Castro is. That's the big Lou.
And he's wild strong.
And he's wild strong.
He didn't even say that in a minute, but I still say it. Funny. That shit was hilarious to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's get into it. Because I ain't gonna lie, I got half notes, but I know how I feel about this shit.
Okay.
All right?
Team Cake Life went first. They had a lot of good Utah Jazz references. They kept referencing like the Utah Jazz basketball team on a lot of their bars, and it was working. They had bars like that, and then they made like general jazz is in the genre of music bars too, which is you gotta do that when you're going against Jazz the rapper. You probably heard them all the same way Rum Nitty and heard all of the drink flips. Like you get real used to that.
Heard it all before. But yeah, and listen. I'll tell them what, I give them credit because like it was starting off kind of slow, but they was heating up. The more they went, the more like hot they got.
And they had good teamwork. They was able to pick up at the end of rhymes good and continue to flow. Like
they had good chemistry.
Yeah, they had great team chemistry because they flow well together and it was polished. You could tell that they practiced this because one round. I'm about to say these rounds. They practiced this round a lot. And this was like a very collaborative team effort when they wrote it, and they was getting good reactions too as the round went on.
I will say though, one thing that did, and it might be me nitpicking, but I'll just say it. It was kind of weird to me how like Jay's lack of not lack of energy, but just her delivery is so kind of like mellow versus Steam's being very aggressive. So it was like weird to be like aggressive and then like really mellow. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I feel like that was a detriment to how I was taking it because like the bars was there, the bars was definitely there, but like just being delivered like when it would be Jay's time to go solo, it was just like it just felt dry because she's just like she hasn't really mastered how to deliver with the emotion yet. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like Hustle. I love Hustle because even if the bar may not be that great, she's going to deliver it with aggression. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be fire every time. Delivery really counts. I feel like Jay really lacks delivery. You know what I'm saying? Okay. The bars be there. For the most part, the bars be there. Just the delivery is lacking.
Yeah. Her energy wasn't on par with Steam's energy. And I definitely do think it was a definite difference in delivery. And but they still did really good teams. Like they had a Karl Malone bar that was crazy. That was wild. Yeah. They had a lot of good material as a team.
That's a fact.
And I like halfway through I forgot it was a one round. I'm like, damn, it's a long round. But then when they kept going, I remembered, oh yeah, it is a one round. It's like, hey, this would be a long ass battle. One round, but now I remember it's just one round. But yeah, they had a really strong round. I don't know if you wrote bars on or anything, but yeah, they had a really strong round.
I ain't had time to, but I'll tell you, the bars is definitely there. I'll tell you that. Y'all check that out for yourselves, but I'll say the bars is definitely there on the Cake Life side of things. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Anything else you had to add on Cake Life?
Jay got some big ass titties. Anyway, so we'll move on
Apparently Steams does too.
I wasn't expecting that.
That's what niggas kept talking about.
They just say he moves weird. I know that much. They say he moves weird. But Lou Jastro, when I tell you them niggas came in immediately. When them niggas, They immediately with the first few bars, they brought the crowd to a level of loudness I didn't know they could reach.
It wasn't fair.
As soon as that shit, I was like, oh yeah, I know how this is gonna go.
Oh yeah, I did too. After their first punchline, I knew, well, this was fun.
Yeah,
it was over immediately. And they're just bigger names, and they're bigger names, but they also live up to their hype because they did really good as well. So it was one of the things where like you're going against a bigger name, and the bigger name performed well, so they did what they're supposed to do.
And personally, they even addressed it where I guess Lou Castro had caught like 2 L's recently.
He did, yeah,
and whatnot. And even before then, we were saying here, I was like, I was about to start to be like, yo, I might have to be on Lou Castro ass a little bit because he's a favorite of this podcast, but I feel like I've been giving him like leeway because he ain't really been performing like his level. You know what I'm saying? He's been good, but there's been some fall offs, been some chokes, been some, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, he may be dropping off that tier that I put him on.
That's true.
But this is the Lou Castro we needed.
Slurping Lou Castro for a while, but now it's good to see that you being realistic with your expectations.
Extra wet. I'm freaking drinking right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The problem is I lean into the shit so hard. You did all to yourself.
You did all to yourself.
Like I lean into it so hard to like feel like, you know what, I'm me. I don't care what people think. And then I think about it secondly, and I'm just like, I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to do that.
You didn't have to lean into them like that.
Yeah, like it just like I didn't have to. I didn't have to do that.
It wasn't necessary.
And now I'm here.
Yeah, you're here. Yeah. So anyway, Jazz and Lou Castro.
Who'd have thought we'd be here, huh?
Not me. Jazz and Lou Castro. They started off strong, bro. They started off so strong with the problem versus the hustler bar, but with the Cassidy reference.
That got me. Because I remember that freaking album. The Hustler. I'm a Hustler. That was literally the first part. That was the first time he battled himself, and it was fire on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I still think about that shit to my day, bro. To this day. I'll just have them random bars in my head, bro.
It's just so interesting. Like, you really be, like, really admitting how much of a Cassidy fan you are. And I know it hurts you so much to watch his battles.
I could almost like say some of his albums, like not albums, but like a lot of his songs word for word, plus the radio freestyles, like, bruh. But with him and beefing with Murder Mook, bro, like I was around for all that shit, bro.
And his battle with Freeway has not been canceled yet, by the way.
They need to. I don't ever want to see that shit. They need to stop it. Listen. That shit needs to never happen. I don't know why Smack is just trying to be hard headed. I don't know whatever he thinks this is gonna be cool. It's not. Don't nobody want that shit, bro. Don't nobody want that shit, bro. Jesus Christ. I don't want to see that. Nobody wants that at all. And what makes it even worse, no disrespect to Freeway. Love Freeway, support Freeway. I've never been a fan of his music, but I like him as a person, right? When I tell you, out of all of Acidy's battles, this is guaranteed going to be the worst. Like, It's automatically the worst.
Yeah.
Like, when it starts, automatically. Like, there's nobody.
I wonder how interesting this face off is going to be. Will you leave? I don't watch face offs, but this
Cassidy's going to be sitting there talking to himself, and Freeway's going to be like, "All right, Michelle Law." That's what I was going to say. Freeway don't even talk like that. Like, how he's going to battle, bro? And then what's going to make it weird is like Freeway's been to do some real shit. So it's like as Cassidy the battle rapper, does he like stay away from the shit? Is it in poor taste? Because I don't know.
Because even Cassidy already said like my condolences about Freeway's kid dying over. Like, so even Cassidy knows like that's like a serious thing. Like, he already said like, yo, that's not.
Even
cool.
though he said it in a weird way, because he definitely was like, yeah, I know Freeway just went through such and such. I don't even know why he's here right now. That was weird as shit. Yeah, this. I pray this battle doesn't. There's a few things I pray for. I pray for peace, love, and success, and for this battle to not fucking happen.
Anyway,
right?
So yeah, they started off real strong with that problem versus the hustler bar. I was like, okay, that was a good one. Then they went into this thing about having the same birthday, and then like blowing up the candles on the cake.
Oh, that shit was fire.
And that's when I knew that this battle was already over. That's when I knew.
That it was, man. It was, it was, and to make it like, yeah. I already mentioned Lou Castro catching some L's, so he was. They even mentioned he was like he's really battling himself. You know what I'm saying? But he came through with it. They was on fire.
They were on fire, but if you really think about it, technically they weren't the same level of polished as
Oh no, they weren't.
Cake Life.
But
they really weren't.
They weren't. I feel like Cake Life was like. I feel like Cake Life. They actually hang out. Like they're actually team, so they have a chemistry of actually knowing each other. Whereas like I feel like Lou Castro and Jazz was thrown together, but they're thrown two very good battlers thrown together. So it's gonna be a great performance, and it's gonna like plus they're very jokey. So like they knew they could not have chemistry as long as the bars were there and the energy was there, and they definitely brought energy. They brought bars. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't really need the chemistry because it was like, as long as I don't stutter or fuck up nothing, if I get these bars out, you get yours out, the crowd gonna fuck with us, which they did.
Yeah, it was a battle of performance versus technicality, and the performance was clearly winning. Because technically, the way Cake Life wrote their round was way more intricate. The way that they fed it off each other's bars, one bar leading to the other, it was way more intricate than I'm gonna go, then you gonna go, then I'm gonna go, then you gonna go. Like it was just, it's not the same level of difficulty. But again, they performed so well that it didn't matter.
It felt like maybe the 76ers in their prime going against the Dallas Mavericks in their prime. Or but yeah, the Spurs. I've heard the Spurs is very, very fundamental basketball.
The most fundamental damn team in the league.
Yeah, very fundamental. That's what it felt like. They felt very fundamental versus like Showtime. You know what I'm saying? So and Showtime won.
They won. It's only debatable if you're a real hip hop head. To a casual viewer, it's not debatable.
Yeah, because they won in the room. They won in their hearts and their minds. Like it was even bad when Jazz was like, "No, it was good. Wasn't enough." I said, "Yo," and then she proceeded to prove that it wasn't enough.
Jazz said, "Yeah, he do the stabby stab. I do the head buddy butt." It was over, bro. It was over.
It was perfect, bro. Like they I ain't gonna lie. They got one more battle to be this good, and they might become my favorite tag team. It might become
already on two battles.
It might become my new favorite because we ain't gonna get goods and clips no more. I feel like they ran their course with that, and that was definitely my favorite because they would be fire. They were fired. They only got one L in my opinion, and I think it was against it was Hitman Holla and John. Which
nobody saw that coming.
I definitely did not. What makes it worse is they wasn't bad.
They didn't do anything wrong.
It was just like Hitman Holla and John took the handicap all the way to 5 on all categories. Like they did not slip with one thing.
They had a flawless performance, bro. Like it was like you couldn't say nothing but them niggas won. Like y'all did great, but these niggas won. Like it's like, hey, take about this. You didn't lose. You just didn't win.
Yeah. Basically, they caught the Tay-Rock syndrome.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
For real.
But nah, the head buddy butt got me, bro. Because she knew she had a big ass head.
She do,
and she had to lean into it. But the whole room was laughing. Jay was covering her mouth in the corner, laughing hard as shit. Cause bro, head buddy butt, and then she threw that big ass head forward, and she did
buddy
the
butt. Bro, it was a done deal, bro.
Yeah,
it was a done deal on the track. You feel me? But yeah, I guess we'll get into the scores.
Damn.
For Lou Jastro.
Yep.
Crowd control.
I
definitely had to give Lou Jastro a 5.
Yeah.
I felt like it was nothing less. It's like, especially that roar, like it set a new volume on my headphones, bro.
All the mics peaked. All the microphones in the room peaked immediately.
Like I had no idea. I didn't know the room had that many people in it until they did that. So I was like, bro, that has to count for something. Cake Life, Crowd Control, I gave him a 3 because I feel like it wasn't bad reaction, but like it was a clear, evident difference. I thought the crowd was fucking with them until Lou Jastro went. And I was like, oh, they're awake now. You know what I'm saying? What you got?
Yeah, I gave Lou Jastro a 5 because I couldn't give him anything else. Anything else was just disrespectful. Because like you said, all the microphones in the room peaked immediately.
Yes.
The crowd, it was almost like new people showed up to watch their round. Like that's how much the energy was different. Our first punchline.
It was like
first punchline.
It was like niggas went to the door. It's like, hey, cake life's almost finished. Come in, y'all. That's really what it felt like, bro. It was like, hey, mama said dinner's ready. Come in. That's what it felt like.
That's
bro.
exactly what it felt like.
For real. Delivery. Lou Jastro, I gave them a 5 on delivery. I think I really liked it. You know what I'm saying? With Lou Castro. That's one thing that I feel like they perfected better than Cake Life. Is I feel like the deliveries was different, so it made a bit of a clash. Whereas like Lou Jastro, like Castro's gonna have the aggressive with the funny, but then also like with Jazz, because Jazz also sometimes can have a dry delivery too. Mm-hmm. But I feel like with that one, she knew what to do. She was still her, but she put enough energy on it. You know what I'm saying, to make it like match the moment and be more of a compliment than a contrast. You know what I'm saying? It was able to stand out and be a juxtapose instead of like clashing like how I feel like Cake Life was going. You know what I'm saying? So I give them a 5.
I just want to take the time to say that you used the word juxtapose in the sentence, and I'm proud of you. I didn't see it coming.
That's what I do.
I didn't know that you knew about the word juxtapose.
I'm about to step on my vocab because I feel like you and my wife, anytime I use a word, I just be like, where'd you learn that? You don't be speaking like that. I'm like, I be knowing words. I just don't be in the situation to use them. You know what I'm saying? And then I know when I use them, niggas gonna be like, oh, you trying to sound smart now? Nigga, I just catch you using big words. Oh, my baby. You know what I'm saying?
I knew a nigga in college, bro. But he would always use big words for no reason. It's like, bro, it's just us in here. It's not no bro. Like, it's just you don't gotta talk like this. Yeah, I would get annoyed. I'm like, bro, just say this in the normal way. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, my nigga, like, nigga, we don't need niggas using big words to make their similes curve. My simplest shit be more pivotal. You feel me?
So yeah. What'd you give? You give Kick Life for what for delivery?
I gave him a 3 for delivery just because Steam's delivery was cool, but like Jay, hers would throw it a little bit. It wasn't a bad delivery. It just wasn't good either.
She just seemed like she was tired. That's really what it was.
Yeah.
She seemed like she had just got off work for this battle.
The titties was hurting her back, man.
I gave Lou Jastro a 5 because I mean, come on now, what else?
At this point, it's Lou Jastro.
Yeah. And I also gave Cake Life a 3 because same thing you said. Their bars would have hit harder if they would have had the same energy. That's really all.
Yeah,
that was the only issue in this battle. To be honest with you,
tell them to holler at Big Crit if they need energy.
I see what you did there. Haymakers.
I gave Lou Jastro a 4 on the Haymakers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like the bars was definitely there, but I feel like the performance may have like kicked up the bars a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, cause I ain't gonna lie, and this may be me throwing. I already gave him a 5 on Zone, but I was like, this doesn't feel like a perfect performance.
Mm-hmm.
Even though there's some 5s deserved here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, I feel like where I can take a point off is probably the Haymakers. It's definitely good, but it's mostly performance, mostly energy going on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like this ain't Hitman Holland John. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy that's the bar. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy to me, bro. And they never did it again.
Nope.
And honestly, at this point, I feel like that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, they know what they did, and we're not gonna try it again because I don't know.
Leave the people want more.
If we can't do it again, fuck it. Leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
No need to drop that second album that's gonna flop, and then you tarnish your own legacy.
Exactly. It's not worth it.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Cake Life on Haymakers, I gave them a 4 also. They definitely had bars on deck. That was one thing that was one of their strengths, is having bars. Kind of made me respect Steams a little bit because I've definitely heard his name a lot, but never really got a chance to hear him. You know, the only other time we heard him battle, the battle ended in a fight. So, side note, I'm still mad to this day at NWX for causing a fight during that Tay Rock and what Sue Surf battle, because they were on their way to getting 5s. Like,
Yeah.
it felt like that. And I had to say, I don't like seeing NWX lose because they was killing niggas for so long, but their energy was not the same that night. And Tay Rock and Jesus Surf was just on it. They were ready, and then just something just happened when the second battle came around. That energy was just gone.
Yep.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what bars changed, but it was just not the same. I was like, yo, we might have really been robbed of 3 great, because what was gun titles? That's what it's called. 3 gun titles like rounds because of K-Shine's attitude. It's always K-Shine.
It's always K-Shine. It's funny that
shout out to K-Shine, but it's always him.
It's our homie Shaq. He's like, he held a grudge against K-Shine for years because K-Shine ruined that battle. He said, bro, I really don't fuck with K-Shine because of that. And like, it took him a long time before he finally stopped hating K-Shine. It
was gearing up to be a classic. Even if it was a classic ass whooping, it was good. Like, them niggas was flawless. Mm-hmm. Them niggas was almost John and him at Holla level. And I don't know if that one was before or after. I think it was after.
What?
I think it was after.
Before John and Hitman?
Yeah. I think it was after.
I don't remember.
Because I remember, like, yeah. Because I think that was kind of like the last NWX battle that happened. And yeah, because Clips and Goods haven't battled alongside each other in a long time.
I feel like John and Hitman was after.
Yeah, I feel like it's after.
Yeah,
but like that shit was like that shit. No, I feel like the K-Shine, the gun titles battle was after John and Hitman Holla. But
I don't.
But it was a great showing. Like, it was like they were polished. The bars was there. The energy was there. It was like, oh, these are some different niggas. We about to see 2 of the greatest at their best as a team. This is Goku and Vegeta, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was here for it, and then, you know, K-Shine had to, you know, get upset. That fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was almost at the point like they didn't even want to be in it because I feel like they kind of, it was like it almost felt like some Marshawn Lynch shit. It was like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. I was like, I really want to fight these niggas because they tried our lives, but it's like, I'm here to get the bag, whatever. And NWX was able to capitalize off of that and whip their ass.
Using their own schemes against them.
Yeah.
There's things
rebuttal, all that good, all them good bars. They rebuttal all that shit, man. They studied that shit. Because they was like, we can't get our ass whipped twice with the same battle. You can't. So, but yeah, we're on Haymakers. So Haymakers, you
give them both 4s.
You give them both 4s.
Cool. I also gave them both 4s.
Yeah.
So that made it even easier. I agree with everything you said as far as Haymakers. Jaden Steams had a really good round. It just got overshadowed by the antics.
Yeah, and the energy and the jokes.
Yeah. That's people really are probably gonna not remember how good their bars actually were before they got overshadowed.
Yeah, the bigger names and the overall too, performance is their thing. Like, once you get that notoriety, like, you use that to your advantage. You know what I'm saying? Luke Castro is based on. That's why you even see him lately. Like, before this battle, he's been kind of like, you know.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt all your great points.
No, go ahead.
So, yeah. The clips in
him and Holla and John. It was after or before?
Way after, like years after.
Years after.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So you was correct.
Yeah, that album is more recent. So
gotcha.
Now, gun titles almost became the blueprint for how to be, but now they didn't get to do that. So then John the Hitman had become the blueprint for 2-on-2. It's like the official. This is what you strive to become. Is like you need to morph into one.
That's crazy to me.
Niggas need to do the fusion dance.
I ain't gonna lie. I do wish to this day, even though, like, for some reason DNA and Clips just refuse to battle each other because they're friends, probably, but still, I would like to see, like, at least in their primes, the NWX versus I don't even know what Clips and Goods team was called. I don't know if they called
themselves either.
But yeah, I would have loved to see that because that would have been an interesting battle, and it would have been funny too. I feel like on both sides, but that because I feel like those are like 2 and 3.
If you think about it. Lou Castro has only been good on teams. I haven't seen him do bad on a team yet. Because remember, him and K-Shine versus Av and Fonz was crazy too.
That's when he really kind of got, at least in my eyes, notoriety. Like that's when it was like, no, this he a new nigga, but he's serious.
Yeah, because him and K-Shine was a crazy team.
Yeah, and he really ran with that too. That's why niggas even tried to diss him. He was like, you only got popping because of K-Shine.
Yeah, that's where the hey big dog. Oh, that shit started with that battle.
Yeah, so no, that's for sure. Yeah,
Zone.
I gave Blue Jastro a 5. That was in their bag. They could not be taken out of it. They were stuck to the plastic, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Heat rash, my nigga. Like that shit was that they wasn't going nowhere. Cake Life, I give them. I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna give them a 4, but just thinking about the performance. No, you know, I'll keep it at a 4. I'll give it a 4 because they had good chemistry.
Okay,
good chemistry. I'm trying to let Jay's lack of enthusiasm like throw me too much, but I think that's also just her style too. Like that's not so like I'll count it against her, but I ain't gonna count against her too much. Like she just wasn't there. But she was there because like she was still getting at niggas. Just it's just a style clash in my opinion. But yeah, so I give him Blue Jastro a 5, Cake Life a 4.
I give them both 5s on Zone. To be honest with you, the only issue I had with Cake Life's performance was their delivery, and then the haymakers is just subjective, But
for sure,
yeah, I think other than that, they had a really good round, and overall, Blue Jastro got a 19, Cake Life got a 16.
I gave Blue Jastro a 19, gave Cake Life a 14. I mean, good battle on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Good performance. Very entertaining battle. Good choice by Bloodbath. You know what I mean? Good shit.
Artist of the week.
Artist of the week. I'm gonna put Chris Brown because this last album has just been really good. This last album has been really, really good, and I've just been playing songs on repeat. I feel like I change my song every week, and I just be playing that one, and I'd be on repeat with it. You know what I'm saying? Honorable mention to King Von, just because the freaking Joe Budden niggas kept on trying to use King Von against oh yeah, that was the one point that I didn't agree with. Is they were trying to tell him that like, yo, on one of his album covers, LeVon James, on the top, he puts the score of him and his ops. So it's 24-6. And I remember in the songs they did say it is like, if y'all lose one more, that's 6-24. Which I'm not on no gang shit, but that's crazy. That's crazy scores right there. But the fact that Adam 22 didn't know that, and they were trying to like hold him to the cross for that, and I'm just like,
he didn't make the song.
He didn't make the song. The only thing is just because Adam 22 didn't know, because he's kind of like well, you don't really do that. He's not really a person that dives into the albums. He just listens to the videos and judges off that. He listens to the joints that have videos, basically. You don't really dive into the tape. So I'm not gonna dive into him for that because we're the only ones, like real hip hop kids are the ones that like dive into the cover art. Like I know Adam 22 is older, so he's probably listened to more hip hop and stuff, but you could still be like, yeah, Nas is one of the greatest. I got a Ghostface interview that really meant a lot to me. He's one of the greatest rappers, but not be somebody that cared about the culture so much that when you bought, like, you may not have cared if you bought the bootleg. I was the one that cared that, like, okay, I'll get the bootleg because I got the music, but you got the real album? Hey, can I look at it? I just want to look at the book. I want to see the picture. I want to see the cover art. I want to see the font that the music is in. I want to see what the samples are. I just want to see what the booklet looks like. I'm only real hip hop kids really care about shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't think he did. So for them to be like, so you mean to tell me you said King Von's one of your favorite artists and you said this is your favorite song and it was on this tape and you didn't notice the cover art? And he's like, you're talking about a part that's literally 2 pixels in the cover art of a song of a song that's on the album that I like, which that was on the mixtape. He wasn't even popular yet, which King Von was pretty much popular from the beginning. Like, Crazy Story is his main shit. That was literally the first song I heard from him. You know what I'm saying? Then amongst other things. But that was the one part where he was wrong. But other than that, it's like, I don't expect him to look at cover art. Like, these days I don't even know cover art. Like the shit don't even be in high quality no more. You know what I'm saying? Like half the time the albums I listen to don't even be having cover art. You know what I'm saying? Or at least it's not on my iTunes and shit. So, but yeah, I put King Von on there just because that's crazy. That's crazy to have your gang's score on this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I looked at his mixtapes that hard to really. I don't remember. I don't have covers memorized either. Now that I think about it.
The funny thing, that's the most creative one because all the other ones are just pictures of him. The two ones that came out after he died was just pictures of him. Grandson is just a picture of him, but it's got a picture of some of his fallen loved ones. Ellie Capone and was it D-Roy, or the dude that his best friend that he looks just like, shit like that. But LeBron James was the only one that had actual cover art. It showed him doing the LeBron powder, and he got the score on the top.
It kind of what you're describing to me. It sounds like old Waka Flocka mixtapes.
Yes, Waka Flocka.
That's exactly what this sounds like to me.
Put his head on Michael Jordan's body, going like this.
Dude, Flocka Rant was a series, bro.
Flockavelli?
Yeah, bro. Waka Flocka had a bunch of mixtapes like that, bro.
Yes, he did. He definitely did, bro.
And that shit was hilarious.
What was the name of the mixtape he had with Gucci?
I forget what it's called off the top of my head.
Lambo Boys or something?
I can tell you right
I think
now.
it was something like that. But yeah.
Them Waka Flocka mixtapes. Hilarious, bro.
There's a special mention to King Von just for that shit. Cause that shit is crazy. And to make it even worse, to defend the white man even more, we are King Von fans, and I didn't even notice that until he said that. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even notice that he put his score up to the ops on the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm looking right. I see.
Like we ain't in the cover art like we used to be.
Do Flocka Rant, LeBron Flocka James, D Wade Flocka.
So much flocking. Michael Flocka is legend, man. Legend.
Bro, niggas can't make mixtape covers like this no more. And if you did, niggas wouldn't take you seriously. But it's so funny that I would still like it.
We let that shit slide like a motherfucker, bro. So I was like Chris Brown and King Von. I'll throw Gunna in there too, because I ain't gonna lie. When we went to that breakfast spot, they was playing like random songs up in there, and it made me have appreciation for like a few Atlanta classics. Like it made me appreciate that Lotto's "Bitch from the South" song. That shit hard.
Yeah. And
Gunna's song "Nasty Girls," that shit hard too. So I'll throw Gunna in there too, just for the hell of it. But yeah, that's my artist of the week. Who's your artist of the week?
All right. Also, the one with him and Gucci, that one's called "Used to Be."
Used to be.
Used to be. That's the one with those on the cover of boxing.
Oh.
Yeah, used to be.
Gotcha.
Niggas is just this. It don't even look like a real tape, bro. This look fake.
Oh, it look like freaking Ready to Rumble type shit.
Mixtapes come such a long way.
Such a long way, bro. It's like we were aiming for like no limit cover art at a certain point.
Yeah.
It's like we were doing this on purpose. Like, come on.
You don't have to do this.
It don't have to be this way. Y'all got too much money to be having your albums. Ferrari Boys. That was their. That was
Ferrari Boys. Yeah.
That was
I'm thinking of a different one.
Yeah, Ferrari Boys.
So, my artist of the week.
Ain't always count short but shorty. That's a classic in the street.
It is. If it's not an official song, but it is a classic in the streets. Everybody knows it.
That shit was the most classic fake Waka verse
because it was too accurate. That was the problem.
Especially for niggas that don't listen to him but have heard him. It's like that sounded just like bro. I feel bad for the old me because I've learned to accept shit now and I like this shit now. But back then I was like, yo, hip hop is really dying. These are the niggas that's popping right now. This is a parody song. It don't sound far from how these niggas really rap, bro. Oh shit, that shit was crazy.
Artist of the week. One. I actually have two this week. Usually, I like to keep it simple and have one, but I got two because I've been mixing it up. Kenny Mason dropped an EP called Pup Pack. It's only 3 songs. I've been bumping that.
It's a quality entertainment.
It's decent. It's not. I won't say it's quality entertainment. It's not amazing. I think one of these songs is really interesting. The Getting Idea song.
Mhm.
Dip is okay. Halloween is whatever. Like, it's only 3 songs. It's very quick.
Yeah.
But Getting Idea is really interesting. She's trying some things on that one. And then outside of that,
He's gonna try some things.
Nope.
He's gonna try some things.
Nope.
What the fuck was Jeremiah thinking?
Because that just had to be this. Why would you follow up the banger
She's gonna do some things
with that?
Like, who? Was that a reference? Did somebody reference that, or did he just come with that? Because if that was referenced, I want to know what did the reference sound like, and who approved the reference. Y'all niggas is not gonna like, bro. Oh, bro, it was freaking. It's Jeremiah, Ty Dolla $ign, and Hitmaker, some of the greatest R&B minds of today, and that's what came out.
Yes.
That's what, that lets you know. Sometimes like the album is not always a good idea. Maybe just make it a 5-song EP and just let it be that.
My other artist of the week is
Crazy.
Big Walk Dog. I've been bumping a lot of Big Walk Dog again recently.
I have heard his album's coming out soon.
Can't wait.
I'm not mad at that.
Can't wait. That's my artist of the week. Big Walk Dog and Kenny Mayfield.
Oh, and by the way, Finesse 2 times. I've been listening to. He only got 3 new songs out since he got released from jail. But when I tell you, I've been playing them shit's crazy.
That's good.
I like his style. He's. I feel like he's gonna be like my new ESTG. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with him for real.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? He got really good cosigns. He's only gonna go up from here. He already got the bad rapping girlfriend he got with Erica Banks.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so and he's already going crazy on TikTok. Anytime you hear that it's cool when they do it, it's a problem when I do it. Fuck him. That's him. So he's out here.
That's what's up. So he's out here, but are you out here? Tell the people where they can find you, Quan.
You can find me on my different IG because them fuck niggas got me. You know what I'm saying? So fuck niggas. At SAYQUANONDABEAT. You know what I'm saying? Say Quan on the beat. That's my IG. I'll let your boy. But if you want to find me on other platforms that them fuck niggas ain't get to, you can find me at SAYQUAND. You know what I'm saying? I'm never on Facebook. Don't even bother. Sometimes on Twitter. Holla at your boy. I be on TikTok now sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? I don't post as much as I used to, but I still be on there just looking for shit, finding random information, whatever. Holla at your boy. Send me a DM. But make it respectful because I'm married. Big married, nigga. You feel me? My wife's sleeping right now. She don't play that shit, and I don't play that shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, fuck with my marriage. You gotta fuck with God, nigga. I was remember when Gangsta Listen was like, niggas can't touch me because God. That wasn't me. That was God. You gotta get to me. You trying to get to me, you gotta get through God, nigga. God is gangster, nigga. I wish that Kendrick really made that like a separate song or something. When it really was just 2 combined songs off his album and he just made the video God is Gangster. But, like, that sounds like a whole nother album. Imagine Kendrick Lamar making his next album called God is Gangster. I have only high expectations. I'm like, my mind's going to be blown. It's going to be wonderful music.
It'd be very interesting.
That would be very interesting. But where can they find you at?
All my socials are the same.
Fuck niggas ain't get him.
Nope.
He reads terms and conditions. Y'all bitches can't fuck with that.
You really can't.
You know what I mean?
All my socials are the same. Hit me up at not Bloodbath. Talk to me. I talk back. You know. We got a lot of things going on. Got the Dead and Gaming. We got that. We got this Hold Down Pod. Hit us also up at Hold It Down Pod. You know, so you want to talk about the show. I do a lot of software engineering stuff about just random things. You know, this and that and this. You know,
straight up
things.
This or that. You know what I'm saying? You can get with this or you can get with that. I think you should get with this because this is where it's at. You feel me?
And if you think this is where it's at, go ahead and like the video.
Word.
Comment.
Word.
Also, subscribe.
You feel me?
All the things the other YouTubers tell you to do. Do that shit here too.
Yo, spread the word too. You know what I'm saying? Spread the word so we can be monetized, so we can afford to get a new mic, so my shit can stop going in and out. Because I don't even know how this episode sounds.
It's fine now. It's not your mic this issue. It's your cord this the issue. We need new
Well,
XLR.
we gotta get new cords, and right now I can't afford a cord. You know what I'm saying? So holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Get us monetized. Get us where we need to be in the streets, out here reporting, out here grinding, because we taking over.
One city at a time.
So holler at me, baby. You feel me? Because we so hood, and all we do is win.
That's gonna do it for the Hold It Down podcast, y'all. Remember to tell a friend to tell a friend.
And tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
Remember the South Korea Hold It Down.
They didn't believe this episode was gonna end. God did.